last fog in Baguio. They arrive in Baguio, just past midnight, wrapped in layers and silence. Mara loved the cold. She leaned her head against the fogged-up window of the van, watching the pine trees blur like memories. Noel sat beside her, his fingers tapping against his knee, trying to remember the last time he had held her hand without thinking about it. They booked a cozy cabin with wooden walls and the faint scent of firewood, nestled just beyond Session Road. Everything about the place was picturesque, like a soft epilogue to a love story, not the climax. On the second day, they visited the botanical garden. Mara took photos of everything: the stone pots, the blooms fighting the cold, the way Noel's breath mingled with hers in the morning air. But he noticed she never asked for a picture together. That night, they shared Strawberry Tahoe near Burnham Park. Noel watched the way she held the cup in both hands, like it was something she was afraid to lose. "Do you remember our first trip here?" she asked. "Yeah, you couldn't stop laughing when the horse tried to bite my sleeve." She smiled softly. "You chased me down the path because I ran away screaming." He laughed, but something about the way her eyes didn't light up the same way made his chest feel heavy. Back at the cabin, under thick blankets and silence, they finally spoke the things they hadn't dared to say for months. "I think we stopped growing together," Mara said, voice barely above a whisper. Noel nodded. "I still love you, just not in the way that builds a life anymore." She turned to face him, her eyes full of unshed tears. "Maybe we were meant to find each other to learn something, not to stay forever." The fireplace crackled between them. No anger, no betrayal. Just the quiet, aching clarity of love gently loosening its grip. The next morning, they checked out in silence. Fog rolled over Baguio like a gentle goodbye. Noel carried her bag to the van without being asked. She thanked him with a look that held all the things they'd never say again. As they left the city behind, neither cried. They both stared out opposite windows, holding onto the last warmth of each other until the cold took it all back. And just like that, Baguio became a place they'd never visit again, not because of pain, but because it had been the perfect place to let go.